On the 29th of March, Britain will leave the EU. Assuming a no-deal Brexit, this video outlines how the UK and EU should establish a new security treaty. In 2018, UK security spending totalled £37 billion. Overnight, the UK stands to lose membership to EU security agencies and essential databases, which police force access 539 million times a year. Security checks on foreign nationals stand to increase from 6 to 66 days. The UK Security Minister warns our safety would be in jeopardy. The EU will lose 20% of their security budget contributed by the UK, and estimates of 25% of their defence capability will be lost. The Brexit White Paper states Europe's security has been and will remain the UK's security. UK ambitions for the treaty are maintaining current operational capabilities, participating in key agencies, and coordinating on foreign defence, cyber security and counter-terrorism. First, some basic assumptions. Players are rational, they are self-interested and seek to maximise their own payoff. There is perfect information, individual payoff functions are common knowledge. The current security relationship means full awareness of their respective capabilities is likely. The game. A finite centipede game models the negotiation of a new security treaty by a hypothetical agreed end date December 2025. This is an extensive form game where the UK and EU sequentially negotiate on features of the treaty. In each round, they alternately decide whether to cooperate and continue negotiating or defect and finalise the treaty. Whoever holds decision-making power maximises individual utility by prioritising their preferences, achieving a higher payoff. The UK decides first. If they defect, they earn a utility of 55. The EU earns 45. If they cooperate, decision-making power transfers to the EU, who can amend the proposition. The EU could then defect, increasing their utility to 55 while the UK's falls to 40. Cooperation could allow the UK to earn high utility in future rounds or decrease utility if the EU defects. However, decreasing total utility shows the risk discount factor from the interim period with no treaty. The centipede game can be solved by backward induction through the elimination of dominated strategies. The UK and EU know negotiation ends in December 2025, with payoff 40-30 if neither has defected. This means there is no opportunity cost for the EU to cheat in the penultimate round. As they are rational, a utility of 60 in the round before is preferred to 30, providing an incentive to defect and cheat. Using the same logic, the UK will not cooperate in the round before, preferring a utility of 60 over 15. The cooperation breakdown can be applied backwards into the first round. Here, the payoff 55-45 is the Nash equilibrium. This is Pareto efficient. It's optimal as it minimises the negotiating time without a security treaty, and therefore the risk to society. Experimental evidence of a centipede game finds cooperation lasts for several rounds before breaking down. This threatens public safety and decreases total utility. Such irrational behaviour is from reputational effects in politics and imperfect information. The centipede game models cooperation, fundamental to building effective political relationships. It establishes a logical form of back-and-forth negotiating, an appropriate replication of political decisions. It's also important for modelling human nature of selfishness and altruism. Economic theory implies players defect immediately, but altruistic traits in humans mean cooperation is common. Negotiating a security treaty is unique as an altruist would also defect to maximise the safety of others. The UK should defect at the first round to play the Nash equilibrium. Initiating and accepting the first treaty proposed would maximise total utility and public protection. The assumption of self-interest is very unrealistic. Close geographical proximity implies the UK and EU derive utility from their respective security. Therefore, the centipede game is important to show the benefits of playing the Nash equilibrium despite theoretically irrational behaviour. A short negotiation could be possible where there is like-minded ambition to replicate similar benefits of their previous security relationship. Decreasing returns to total utility show the burden to a weak security system after a no-deal Brexit. The longer a deal is negotiated, the less effectively any panic and disruption can be combated. A prompt negotiation period is essential to mitigate risk. Finally, cooperation is impossible if there is no end date to negotiating. Although infinite games could encourage forward-looking behaviour, this is not socially optimal.